Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. And you thought, that was the end of the AKM, and unfortunately it's not. But in today's video, we're going to be addressing the power issues or problems that you may have running an AKM that no one may have told you. So running the AKM, it comes with a 200mm in a barrel, and no matter how you run it, if you want to run green gas, propane, anything like that, anything that's not a duster gas that can, let's face it, completely useless in a GBBR. If you use green gas, propane, anything like this on your AKM, you run the risk of running hot when using heavier BBs. Now, they struggle with a bit with heavier BBs, like over a 2.8 or something out the box, which the Bavtac Magic Hop Nub has sorted out for this thing. So now it can hop much heavier BBs. I mean, we were testing this thing the other day and slinging some really heavy balls out there. And it was working absolutely fantastic. But the problem is, if you've seen a couple of videos ago, on a 0.3, we were actually running slightly over. So let's set this to a 0.3 because that's what we were using. And when I chromed it on a 0.3, I was running, 1.3 joules. Something daft. It was well up there. So obviously for UK sites, it's not going to be any good, is it? So we'll put a 0.3 in that mag, and then we're going to put a 0.43 in this mag. Now with a standard Marui AKM with a 200mm standard in a barrel, which is very short, if you was to put a 0.3 or higher in that gun using green gas or propane, you're going to shoot hot. Here is a magazine full of propane. Here is an AKM. We have a 0.3 gram BB loaded in this thing. And you'll notice we're under 1 joule. And this is, I think I'm still testing this. It's got the even lower valve in here, which is what I'm going to get to my point in a minute. But how about if we went to a 4.3? These guns joule creep like crazy. So running a 4.3, you're probably going to be running 1.3 joules, 1.4 joules or more. And there's a 4.3 through a Marui AKM bang on 1 joule, 223.9 feet per second. And you're probably thinking, well, you could be playing tricks, putting a different gas in. Now, if you heard that, this has got the heavy recoil spring in, and it shoots. It doesn't half move. This ain't no rebranded KCO2 that I'm showing you now that sounds like a pistol when you fire it. This is a proper GBBR. So yeah, these guns joule creep like crazy, but I've just shot a 4.3 through that at 1 joule. Superb. Well, how are you doing this? And further point, I'm not using a standard in a barrel length 200mm. I'm using a 250mm MWS barrel. So technically I should be joule creeping even more. Tight bore upgraded stainless in a barrel. 9-ball upgraded rubber, which tend to give you an extra few FPS here and there when using them. And it's all down to the valve that's fitted in the bolt. And I'll be going to be making these available on the AK Precision website. And I also, if you are an influencer, I say an influencer, but you have a channel, you shoot a lot of guns, you do a lot of stuff, and you have an AKM, get in touch with me and I'll send you a set for free to try, because I can't send a set for free to try to everybody because it would defeat the point. But in this valve set, there's going to be 5 valves, and you're going to get a valve that's very slightly less powered compared to the standard valve. Like, it's very marginal, like less than a few percent. For those that are literally just want that slight decrease, perhaps you're not using propane and green gas, but you are still right on the edge with your field limit. You need to bring it down like 5% or whatever. That's what that valve's for. And then going backwards down the valves, you go down in increments. There's going to be 5 valves, so there's going to be one that's close to the standard, a little bit lower. There's going to be 3 downgrade valves, and then there's going to be 1 high-powered valve. And the reason for this is, perhaps you don't want a silly little barrel in your AKM, whether you're running the long barrel, whatever. You want to put in a 370mm barrel. Well, you can do that because you just go down in the next valve size. And those, why, you might be saying, well, why do you supply a high-powered valve? Well, let's say you get one of these things and you disable full auto and you build a DMR and you want to run it as a designated marksman rifle. Perhaps your site runs a 1.5 joule limit. And once you've built it, you're just not quite getting, I mean, they do joule creep, but you're not quite getting enough power. Or you're not situated in the UK, perhaps you're in Europe somewhere where you have a higher powered DMR limit, and you need a bit more gas going down your barrel if your local country supports that. And that's what that high power valve is there to do so. So valves are a thing that, they are available. You look around the Hong Kong websites, you can find valves, but it's literally you buy one and that's it. There's no adjustability. I don't like adjustable valves. I never have done. They're not reliable. They're not safe in my opinion because, you put a tool into a nozzle, you set your valve, you're like, right, I've set now, I'm doing a joule. And that thing winds off in the day. You're now running, 1.4, 1.5 joules by the end of the day. You don't specifically notice. You don't constantly have a chrono attached to the end of your barrel. So you want it set, you don't want it to move. That's the way I've always done it. I don't run M-passes, I don't run anything that's adjustable. It's just not worth the hassle. So the Jaeger Precision AKM valve set will be coming very soon. I've obviously tested the living daylights out of it, but there are always room for improvement. So I'll carry on doing my tests. Every gun's different, of course, so the power is always going to be a little bit here and there, depending on barrel length, what BBs you're running, what hop rubber you're running, all that good stuff. So I just wanted to get on a video, let everyone out there who's following the AKM build that are probably thinking, well, I'd really love an AKM, but I don't want to deal with, joule creep and stuff like that, but I still want to use heavy BBs. Here's an answer for you. It'll be going up on the Jaeger Precision website very soon. So if it's not on there right now, it will be very soon, and they'll be available in a pack of 5. So thanks for doing this video. This is just a video telling you how we're going to solve the high power problem in the Marui AKM. Thanks very much. And from me and Bench and my AKM, I'll see you in the next video.